Grand Rising. Welcome to the Sounds of Home. Yes, the Kapangalo drum. Drumming. Afro-Haitian. Congo Paye. Now I welcome you with the djembe, with the fanga. Swahili means strength. Welcome you. Now, going over to the banderos. Baja, Segundo, Quinto. Start with the bajo. Playing plena. Now, the segundo, the second accompaniment of plena. Then, quinto. Welcome everybody. Grand Rising, Alafia. This is my home. Here I am a curator of cultural arts. As you see, I do a many range of percussions. I'm a percussionist, artist, singer, dancer, teacher, and a member of New York Universal Artists Uprising. And here I'm going to explain to you about also some of my artwork, as I said, I do performing arts as well as visual arts. Here I have two masks laying here on a log. So lovely here, I think. You have two different styles of masks. These are the gigante masks. typically you would find in Puerto Rico, among other Caribbean islands. This particular mask you see here is a style that you would see from Loíza, more African style, and you see the horns are slimmer, they're long, have a very mild curve. This particular style that you would find that's typically in Ponce, call this my monster mask, both made out of paper mache and used in carnivals for the Festival da Santiago, or St. James. And I get into this art and this cultural arts because it's a part of me. Well, people have asked me, well, you know, I'm African American. Why would I get into arts that's in the Caribbean? Some of the arts of the mask you see in Puerto Rico, which I'm not Puerto Rican. Well, here's the reason why. If you look at the history of it, you'll know that the style and the culture of these masks and the culture in which I come from comes from the same roots. And it's all African in roots. It's all African in culture. If you go back in the 9th century, the Moors in Spain, which General Santiago was fighting against, that was occupying Spain, they were North African people called the Moors, which is African, and which is where these masks represent, which is also a part of me. As you will see, I got here the banderos. That's typical of, you would play plena, but you will see these type of drums in other parts of the Caribbean, as well as Northern and West Africa. The drum, this first drum that you were seeing when I was playing with one hand and one stick, it's called a capangolo. A capangolo is a typical drum that you would find in Western Africa in a country called Ghana. And you will find these type of drums here. This drum is the great-great-grandparents of the congas. So, when you think of the congas, think of the great ancestor, which this drum is, the capangolo, where the conga derives from. Okay? This one is the djembe. The word djembe itself means to be gathered or to come together. Both of these drums are made of goat skin at the top, the head of the drum. The word djembe means to be gathered. And these are the most common that you would see as far as African drumming, especially here in the States. And I have done this for close to 10 years now, going on 10 years, being a percussionist, also a mask maker. Well, a little shorter than 10 years for a mask maker. And along with my wife, just being the curator of the arts. Teaching the kids, and my vision is to preserve the arts. Teach the kids who they really are. One of the things that we as adults, as elders in our community, it's important that we keep our kids grounded on who they are and connect on the very essence and the roots of who they are. Because once they're able to do that, they can able to decipher anything else that they encounter in their life in this world. Because once you find yourself, you begin to know yourself. Know thyself. My name is Nathan. I am one of the members of the New York Universal Artists Uprising, Grand Rising. Ashe.